Hello everyone, it's CiCi. Anyway, I just wanted to sort of go through some, housekeeping, I guess, of like the BDSM community. So I wanted to talk about what is around my neck, because I've had some people ask me what it is around my neck and why it's so shiny. One, because I like shiny things, and two, because I am collared to my daddy. So, just to explain, and we can find this on Wikipedia. Now, I don't necessarily think Wikipedia is always, no one source is always good. So this is their take on what collaring is. So a collar is a device of any material worn by a person around the neck to indicate their submissive status. Some people do formal collaring ceremonies. I see that a lot in the leather community and in the Gorian communities. The formal collaring. Collaring to a lot of people means that you're basically married to the person, or have a very strong commitment to that person. Some people have a collar and a wedding ring. Some people have just a collar. Some people do. It doesn't necessarily have to be around the neck. It could be around your it could be a bracelet or around your ankle. It could also be a tattoo collar or a branding of some sort. Anyway, so my daddy and I have not done a collaring ceremony because sometimes I have to reset the camera, but just because I come from a different state than I live in now, and so basically a lot of my little friends are up north, and I don't know. Maybe at some point we'll do a ceremony. I don't know. I'm not, it's not. I mean, I talk about it once in a while with Daddy, but it's just not on my high priority list, I guess. So like I said, collaring has been done since a long time ago, it's so there are like a house collar, for instance, is like when you're in a like, it's hard to describe. A house collar is not just to wear around the house, as it might suggest. It means, at least to me, and again, if you have other opinions, you can put them down below. But a house collar to me means that you are protected by a group of people, usually in the same house and or the same chain. So like when I began in the community, there were different levels of coloring. So there was the color of consideration, was the foundational color, which meant that your dom and you were considering a dynamic, right? And either one of you could basically wash your hand of this whole situation. Then the next level is a full color, which means that you're now out of consideration and into the house. Basically, you're into the family. Now, there are mono families and there are polyamorous families. I'm in a mono family. Means basically, mono means monogamous, short for monogamous. So it's just me and my daddy in the household of our dynamic. I've been involved with poly households as well, but I've only been officially colored twice. One with my first daddy, who passed away a long time ago, and so and then this one. So I personally take coloring very seriously. It's not something I go in lightly. So then, and these are all things that you should talk about during negotiation, which is the period in which you might consider yourself under a call of consideration, about where you see yourself. Now, there's also the lifetime collar, which means basically what I'm in. It means that my daddy or I have agreed not to leave the collar. So we feel that that our foundation is strong enough to withhold time, So, and this is all consensual. You're not ever put in a collar unconsensually. I have friends who do a lot of play parties, and they aren't with any one person. You know what I mean? So they're just play partners with lots of people, or play partners with a couple people, or a person, and they'll wear what I consider a Velcro collar, which means they put it on, and the duration of the play, they're under collar. But once the play is done, they take off the collar, and they're no longer under submission or under collar of that person. In my channel, I hope to drill home that just because it's not the way you do it or the way that I would do it doesn't mean that that's not right or that's insufficient or below standards. I really believe that I have kinks and they're my kinks, and my daddy shares my kinks, and so that's why we live in a monogamous lifetime collar relationship. But that may not be right for everybody, and that's okay. But in this channel, we don't kink shame. We accept people's opinions, and I hope that you understand that. So that's coloring. I'm going to make another video here shortly on, there's some key elements that I think you should understand before you enter in any type of dynamic, especially DS or MS relationship, so dominant submissive or a master slave relationship. Those are what those stand for. There's this general community understanding that I would like to share with you my perspective. Now, it's just my perspective. It's not the right perspective, and it's not the wrong perspective. It's just mine, and I hope that if you have opinions, hopefully you add below each of my videos. Please subscribe and like my videos and share my videos with people who may be new to the Littles Caregivers community, because I really specifically talk about those communities in general, specifically because that's the community that I know. I also know the Gorian community. I also know the leather community, but I don't presently live either of those communities, so I don't talk about them often, unless as to talk about my past or past tense events that have happened in my life. So I hope this was informative, and I bet my daddy is going to think you're too serious. Well, I am, but it's a serious topic. So I can't be on, little all the time, I guess. So I hope that was clear and concise. Again, if you have any questions that you want me to feature in a secondary video, please ask them down below. Again, subscribe, like, and share my video. Thanks again, and I hope that you play safe, and that you play with consent. Always with consent. Alright, thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.